So we just got a new brawler, Gene, and the question that I'm asking myself is Gene any good? Today we're going to attempt to answer that question through a little game I like to call Fail or Prevail. Hey everyone, what's happening? Lex back today for another Brawl Stars video, and today we are going to be talking about Gene via a little game I like to call Fail or Prevail. Now, if you're new to this channel and you've never seen Fail or Prevail, basically what happens is me and my friend Gabe here are going to be playing some duo showdown. At certain parts of the match, I'm going to pause it. It'll go black and white. I'll pause it, and you're going to be presented with a choice. Do we win or do we lose? Or sometimes even a little bit of different variations, but you're going to be presented a choice. You're going to have to make a choice. And then at the end of the video, I want you to post down in the comments down below how many of these did you get right. And there are 9 different choices that you're going to get to make during this video. Maybe it's 8. I think it's 8, actually. Scratch that. 8 choices. I don't know. 8, 9. Watch the whole video and find out. So, but we're going to talk about Gene. So, of course, Gene was just released, and it was quite the tumultuous release, I will say. They didn't, there was a bug, obviously, with Gene where whenever he'd land his super, it would just crash the game. So, it was pretty crazy. If you saw my video on me unlocking Gene, the first time I went to use that super and the whole thing crashed, I didn't know what was happening, and pretty soon it was like, okay. But, Gene's pretty fun. As you can see here, I'm going after this Nita, and then the Leon that we just killed respawns with his shield, coming after me, trapped into the corner. Fail or Prevail. Are we gonna win? Are me and Gabe going to win this match, Fail or Prevail? Let's see what happens there. He comes at me and I take out Leon, but here's where I make a mistake. I pull Nita in with a good shot, but I didn't have enough shots to finish her off. I shouldn't have done that. If you're going to use Gene's super, make sure you have enough shots to win, but shut up, don't talk, Lex, because right here, Gabe is just destroying these two guys with the mad jukes, broke their ankles, and that's a Prevail. Gotta say, it's pretty, let's just take a moment to say, those were some sick plays, Gabe. So, was able to do that, but yeah, so Gene, okay, let's talk about, first of all, his main attack. His main attack, the range on it is pretty short. I mean, it's not like, as you can see right here, you got to get pretty close. It's not near what the range of, say, like Brock's range would be, or Piper's, or Rico's, or Colt's, but it's like Nita's range, right? So it's like mid-range. And it does a decent amount of damage, 1,400 when you got him at level 9 or max. Fail or Prevail, I just got waxed by that bull. Are we going to win? Or is Gabe going to survive? Fail or Prevail, will Gabe survive this interaction? He's about to go down. Bull gets him again. Somebody else killed the bull, thank goodness, because Gabe barely made it out of there with just by the hair of his chinny chin. Now, of course, it's not over yet because his Piper's coming in. He got her eye on him. Ooh, with the shot, nice juke, but it looks like he's gonna get away, and that's a Prevail. Good job, Gabe, was able to survive on that one. But yeah, so his range is just okay. Now, that's just his main shot range, because as you can see right here, his actual effective range is way further. It's actually a really long shot. Look at this. I'm still hitting them from way, way over yonder. And the problem is, it doesn't do much damage, right? So when it hits and fans out, it's very, very small damage. But what it's useful about it is that it can keep people in combat. Oh, nice pull. It can keep people in combat, keep them from healing up. It's like a quasi-Crow kind of effect. Not that it just constantly takes damage, Crow's better at it, but that it, can keep people where they have to fall way back, get behind cover to really heal up, because he can put the pressure on you that way. Yeah, health-wise, it's not gonna do much damage though. So here we go, look, we're locked into a showdown now with, Gabe's got 8, I've got 5, they each have 7. Fail or Prevail, will Gabe and I win this match? It's pretty even. I mean, yeah, it's pretty even. May the best brawler win. Let's find out who it is. Looks, I'm just using the wall here, but I'm still popping some shots. I start backing way off because Penny's got that stupid turret, and I wanted to get out of the range of it, but I forgot that that stupid cannon's range is like 75 million tiles, so I couldn't get out of the range of it. So Gabe's like, heck with it, I'm just gonna run in there and start fighting him. So I'm backing off, I'm trying to get some shots in here, but again, unless you hit the enemy brawler with the full main attack, it doesn't do much damage. It just keeps him in combat, which is what I'm doing right here. As you can see, I'm going for the Colt. I want to keep the Colt in combat so that he can't sit there and heal up, and it worked out. Gabe was able to get that final shot on him, and so now it's just me and this Penny me and Gabe versus the Penny. Not much of a chance, really. I just need one more good shot, and there it is. Actually, never mind. Scratch that. We win, but Gabe had the final killing shot. You know what? I would have hit him anyways, too. Regardless. So Jean's main shot, when it fans off, it's great at shooting a long distance and keeping people in combat, but it does very little damage. So his main shot is both good and bad. Not much damage, great range, keep people in combat, poke at a distance, that's all fine, that's perfectly well. That's a good, nice support role for Jean, because Jean's really a support brawler, that's what he's there for. But the biggest issue that I have with Jean, it's not that his health is just okay, because it's fine, but, nice voice crack by the way, his health is fine, but the biggest problem I have with Jean is his super. Now, his super, don't get me wrong, it is very good, and you know, it's like, it's got a good range, it has a very cool ability, very similar to Terra's, it can pull some people in, but at a vastly bigger range. However, the main problem with Jean's super is not that it, you know, lacks range or that it does very little damage when it hits 420 damage. It's like, come on, whatever, might as well, it doesn't really matter. But the problem is that it's actually rather hard to land. And you've got to hit like a precise, direct hit. And if people see you have that super lit up and it's ready to go, they're going to be watching for that. And it's relatively easy to dodge. I've got it right here. You see, I want to try to catch somebody right here on the backside of them. I should have shot it right there beforehand, and I just shot it too late. I don't know if I was trying to shoot my main attack or my super, because I was planning on getting him right after they came around the corner, but I missed, so that's okay. But it looks like right over here, this Leon is tracking down Gabe and takes him out, so now it's just me versus this Nita and the Leon. Fail or prevail, are we going to win? But is Lex going to make it? But fail or prevail, are we going to win? So I was trying to finish off the Leon because he was way out there, but I just couldn't. Dodged some shots by Nita, and I'm like, okay, well, look, here's some power cubes. I'm going to wait 5 seconds, wait for Gabe to show back up. Oh, no, I'm not, because here they come. I come straight in because, you know, why not? And I die. Oh, wait, no! Gabe is coming back alive just in the nick of time. He is able to do that and drops down that super and is able to finish off the Nita. I took out the Leon and died at the same time he respawned. That was close. I did not think we were going to get that, but yeah, so that worked out pretty well, I gotta say. But his super is actually really hard to land, and the problem with it being really hard to land is that's okay if we want to have a high skill cap super where you really got to nail it, and rightfully so, because it's very devastating. Speaking of devastating, look at all these boxes in the center. Fail or prevail, are we going to get all 4 boxes in the center? Not 3, not 2, not 1, all 4. Fail or prevail. Let's find out. All right, so we come in there. As you can see, we've got a Leon and a Nita. Nita's kind of helping us out here, but then, oh wait, everybody else on the entire map shows up too. That's how you get yourself in a bad spot in Duo Showdown right there. We managed to pull off a quick -6 trophies real quick. All right, but speaking of the super, fail or prevail, during this game at some point, will I land a super and pull somebody in successfully, not miss it, because that might well happen too. But so let's talk about that super again on the reason why it's a problem for it to be hard. Again, I don't mind that if it's a high skill cap move. That's perfectly fine, and that's actually good. However, the problem is that it takes a long time to build up that super. His shots, as you can see right here, look, if you don't hit a direct hit, I just was like, got like a few spots right there. I only hit like one of the little things that fly off on the fans there, and that does so little damage. You can see I'm barely moving the needle on my super bar, and that's fine, but if it takes that much work to build up your super, you think that it ought to be a little bit easier to land said super, because what happens is you work and work and work and you finally get that super, and then you miss your super because it's a very hard one to land, and it's just like, oh, well, there went all that work. I mean, I can't think of another brawler who has a more unforgiving super. Like Colt, it's narrow, but it's got a long range and you can strafe with it. Same thing with Rico. I mean, like Terra, who's the most, you know, common one to Jean, is that, you know, by pulling somebody in, hers, you can auto aim on somebody that's decently close to you and do a single pull, no problem. Pull them in close and pretty much get your super almost back, like 75% of the way back by doing it. So I think that they may need to expand the width of his super. Speaking of super, there's the pull, and I actually did a prevail. I did a thing. First super and only super I use the entire game because it takes a while to build up. Luckily, I was able to make use of it. We got him in there, but I think that they may need to make his super just a tiny bit, just a scotch wider, or make it easier to charge your super, which is probably something that they would do. And I think I would probably like that better because, again, I like the idea of a high skill cap move. But anyway, so that's my problem with his, that's actually my only problem with Gene. Not that, I mean, he's fun to play. He's a lot of fun to play, but he just feels weak because it takes forever to build up that super, and then it's hard to land. So that's my problem with Gene, but he's actually a really fun brawler. And again, the benefits of him being able to, you know, keep people in combat, as you can see right here, I finally am like, yep, you know what, Frank, you've got the wall. I've got one power up. I'm just gonna leave. So there's Gabe over there. He's dealing with 2 people by himself, and, you know, I bailed on my teammate, and he ended up getting taken out. Oopsie. Sorry, Gabe. That's actually a good shot at the range. Now, I can't make it all the way to the grass way on the far left-hand side there, but it actually almost makes it there with that long of a range, which is really cool. And is actually really, really helpful in showdown like this. Like, from a distance, you can hit and explode onto grass like that, and you can cover the entire spot. Like Piper, she's got to hit like maybe a couple shots with this wide grass to see if there's anybody in there. Not Gene, he can just throw it out there. Here, I probably should have went after Colt, but then I saw that stupid Frank again with his super available. Like, I better not. So I just went and backed off, or we could have finished off that Colt. We'll see if that comes back to bite us. Ooh, but what bit Dynamite right there. That was a pretty good pull. I was getting a little bit decent with, you know, actually landing the supers, but I missed plenty of them as well. But Gabe here, this is actually after we got his Brock to 500. We got his Brock to 500. He wanted to play a little bit of Piper. So we played some games with Piper, and we did okay. I think we ended up switching to Colt just because he wasn't doing the best with Piper. Or it's probably me, let's be honest. But speaking of, you know, doing the best with Piper, check this out. I'm going down. I was in a bad spot. So, and speaking of bad spots, look at Gabe here. Fail or prevail. Will Gabe make it out of here? Will Gabe live? It's not looking good. Look at Frank. I don't know why he just didn't turn and just completely smash them. Now he decides to, but you know it's a little bit too late. Oh, what a great super. Jumps out of there and actually lives. That was actually totally unexpected. I thought we weren't going to, but that's a prevail. Good job, Gabe. But now that it's just us and them, fail or prevail, will we win? Now that Colt's got a lot of power-ups. I don't. Gabe's got a few, but he's almost dead over here. Fail or prevail, what's gonna happen? Got a good shot there. He's coming down, and that shot right there, that is what did it. I missed that one shot. I probably should have just auto-aimed, but that's a fail. That's a fail on that one. So that's my thoughts on Gene. Balanced brawler, lots of fun. Needs a tiny bit of tweaks, but all in all, pretty good. So how well did you do on Fail or Prevail? How many did you get right? How many did you get wrong? You guys let me know that and what your thoughts are on Gene in the comments down below. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. So did you like the video? I hope you did, and if you did, consider subscribing. The button is right up there. Just go ahead and click that. You can join the one of over 100,000 other people who have also subscribed. If not, watch some more videos. They're over there as well. If not, Gene's hand, it's just gonna be coming at you.